Ripple is taking over the world. Not literally the world, not in some sinister plot. They're taking over the world of cross-border payments. And this is a very cool story I'm about to share with you. Ripple posted this the other day, and I got a couple other cool things for it today. Before we get going, I wanted to say if you guys would hit thumbs up, give me a like. If you would subscribe, if you're not currently subscribing, I don't hate everything that comes out of my mouth. I would genuinely appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I've only been doing this for a little over 2 months, 2.5 months, and at I think 118 subscribers right now, which to me is just the coolest thing in the world. I don't care if it's a small channel. I love the support. I love doing this. So thank you guys genuinely. This piece right here on your screen titled Faster, Cheaper Remittances from Brazil Power Growth for One Small Business in Portugal. And if you guys have about 5 minutes after this video is over, it's worth the read. A couple of the highlights, there's this guy, a little entrepreneur guy named Eric Gutierrez, and he moved from another country. I think he said he was in Brazil, and he ended up moving to Ireland, and anyway, ended up starting a company, and got 6 full-time employees, and with the nature of his business, was having trouble moving money cross borders. There's all sorts of options out there. Of course, there's Western Union, which comparatively it's faster than SWIFT potentially. High fees, and SWIFT rather slow, and still there are a lot of fees. And he cites all the troubles, the headaches as a small business owner in moving money around the world. And then he came across this company called BTech Global. I had not heard of them, but they are a Ripple partner. They use Ripple technology to move money, and this is the coolest thing right here. Once he discovered this, he was able to completely bypass SWIFT, doesn't need Western Union, and he was able to... It said somewhere how much he was saving. It was just a crazy amount. It's right here at the bottom here. Here, I'll just read this little snippet right here. Companies like BTech are among the first in the world to use Ripple's advanced blockchain technology for payments to deliver clarity and certainty while dramatically cutting the time and cost of remittances for families and small businesses. With Ripple, BTech was able to eliminate SWIFT fees for all of its remittance corridors, dropping in its own fees from $20 to $2 per transaction in the process. Is it not obvious to see how earth-shattering this is in the financial sector? If you're in fintech, my God, I think everybody's taking note of what Ripple is doing at this point. Pretty clear. And in this particular piece, they didn't go on to cite which technology they're using, but if it's instant settlement, of course, we know that's using XRP. And that's why I am super bullish on XRP. My personal opinion, I think it's going places, not financial advice. But this is just the very beginning. Corridors are being developed right now. The tracks are being laid so that the trains can run. That's it. And at first, with anything technological, there's adoption, and it's a little bit slow at first, but then it starts to take hold, and then more people notice, and more jump on, and more jump on, and more jump on. And you do reach a tipping point. A point where the exponential growth organically is so massive that it's just gonna blow your mind, and it's fundamentally gonna change the way people move money around the world. You're talking about an opportunity for what is essentially micropayments with this technology. With the combination of Xcurrent and Xrapid, you can do things, you can have business models that were previously impossible. So little stories like this, while not earth-shattering, are neat. They're fun to read, and it's just more evidence that what Ripple is doing, my God, they're on the right track. And I'm telling you, they're going to be here for the long haul. That's my very personal, humble opinion. So I wanted to share this with you, and of course I will put in the links that I share below. This is another fun one. This is from Twitter. I saw this in my feed from one of my favorite people on Twitter, Dr. T, at XRP Trump. He was responding to this guy named the Crypto Dog, who I believe I've seen before, major anti-XRP guy. He wrote, "It is my personal opinion that XRP is a centralized scam coin sham used to fund Ripple Corp. We laugh and joke and make memes, but at the end of the day, I think it's absolutely disgusting." I know, stuff like this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but my God, XRP Trump, the ultimate in busting FUD. I love this. He responded, at first he just put part of what the CryptoDog wrote in quotation marks, the part that says, "It is my personal opinion that XRP is a centralized scam coin sham used to fund Ripple Corp." And then he responded, here's his words now. "Okay, but it's not my personal opinion, but a fact that you will not be able to point to XRP network's central nodes on this map because it's, after all, decentralized, unlike ChinaCon." So look at this, and there's a picture here, and he's done this before. I love, and every time he updates this, it's got the current number of nodes, currently at 1,034. We circled at the top, so it's got the nodes shown all over the world. And he just, when people say it's central, he's just like, okay, where's the central point of failure? Here's all the nodes. Where is it? Well, it doesn't exist. There is no central counterparty. There is no central point of failure. This is distributed ledger technology in all of its glory. And I love the FUD busting, so I wanted to share it with you. I love stories like that. And this one, so everybody's been talking about the last couple days. I'm not going to talk about this, but okay, not for what you think anyway. From Cointelegraph, crypto exchange Coinbase adds support for XRP on retail platform and mobile app. So I did earlier today log in, and sure enough, on my mobile app, you can buy and sell XRP. And so that's all well and good. Me personally, I don't know if there was ideology behind whether or not Coinbase was holding out on listing XRP. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I just don't have the facts, so I just don't have an opinion on that regard. I think it was silly of them, in hindsight, to have not listed XRP. I understand they cited publicly their business decision was that they want to make sure that they're not listing things that they say you could potentially list as security. They want to be known as the most secure, trustworthy source, blah, blah, blah. And that's why they have, they've only had a handful of coins ever listed. And if that's truly the rationale, well, I'm not taking offense to that. Maybe it wasn't a very good business model. But again, if there is ideology behind that, then that's just silly. That's stupid. Actually, in which case it would still be a dumb business decision. But and I think the time is proven that, time passing has proven that they should have listed XRP a long, long, long time ago. But that's in the past. So the reason I wanted to bring this up again, third day in a row, is because I am a fan in particular of this company, Uphold. And just to be clear, I'm going to say it's just for the sake of it. I mean, I have almost no subscribers. I'm so new to this, to be honest. So I am not being paid to say this. I just I think this is cool, and I want to share this with you guys. I've been using Uphold since, I'd have to go back and look, but maybe it was I don't know, it was May or June or whatever. I tweeted about the day that it happened because I was so excited about my experience, because I registered. And I was approved, because you have to show your license to actually be approved in the United States. You show that, and then you can link up your checking account if that's how you want to do it, and make purchases. So I did all that, made my first purchase inside of 15 minutes, and I was just kind of blown away. Such an easy to use interface, at least as easy as Coinbase. Admittedly, Coinbase is kind of idiot proof. It's at least as easy, and I registered way faster. But the reason I wanted to bring this up specifically is I was thinking, so which is cheaper? I've got a couple accounts already set up where I can turn my my fiat into XRP, and I was like, well, which one's cheaper? So I hopped on both exchanges right before recording this video, and the short answer is it depends on how much XRP you're buying as to which. If you're going purely on which is less expensive, which exchange is less expensive, say you're going to throw down $50. That's the minimum you can buy on Uphold, I believe, is $50. So say you want to buy $50 of XRP on Uphold. The fee is 1.4%. So it's a flat rate percent, okay? On Coinbase, I don't know exactly how they come up with the numbers, but they have dollar figures, and they do increase as you buy more, but it's not a flat rate percent. So they're being more cryptic about it, which I don't particularly enjoy. So then if you want to buy, the numbers came out to, just off the top of my head, I'm recalling here, if you were going to buy $50 worth of XRP on Coinbase, the fee was $1.99. If you were going to buy the same quantity on Uphold, my preferred exchange, it was something like 69 cents. So Coinbase fees about 3 times higher if you're buying that quantity of XRP. Now, given that it's a flat rate on Uphold, say you wanted to buy a little bigger quantity, just say you want to throw down $500 to get XRP in at the current rate, so that would purchase you a little over 1,500 XRP at today's market rate. So $500 on Uphold, and that came out to something like 699 I'm $6.99, and on Coinbase there was less of a disparity, but Coinbase did still cost more. It was like $7.34. So I just wanted to share this with you so you guys can make your own decisions. I personally, I don't have any animosity towards Coinbase whatsoever. I just think they made a poor business decision. If there's more to it, if there's ideology behind it, that could change my opinion. Certainly, it'd make me think less of them potentially. I just need to see evidence to feel that way, and that's just the kind. I try and take as much of a pragmatic approach to that as I can. So, I don't blame you guys. However you feel, whatever your stance on it is, hey, cool by me, guys. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of share this with you because, especially for you guys out there, if you really don't want to use Coinbase, these guys uphold. They have been behind the XRP community from the beginning. Unquestionably supportive, unwavering in their support. So they deserve shout outs from time to time. And I've talked about them a couple of times in the past, but I thought it would be fun now that XRP is on Coinbase just to do a quick comparison. It's uphold.com. All right. And this is the last thing I wanted to cover today. It's kind of interesting. This is from Coindesk.com. Facebook plans cryptocurrency launch in first half of 2019, says New York Times report. And, in reading all of this, okay, it's a rumor and maybe it's true. New York Times is reporting it. They must have some reputable sources, one would think, right? But even at that, there's really not any information on what this does, okay? So the story is basically that, here it says, citing 4 people briefed on negotiations, the Times reported that Facebook has told exchanges it expects to get a product out in the first half of 2019. So they're shopping around at exchanges, seeing where they can get it listed. And from what it says, from what I read, it looks like it's going to be a stable coin, and they haven't explained the use case behind it. So, kind of interesting nonetheless, and if there is a legitimate use and it does make sense, then I'm all for it because I want a thriving crypto ecosystem, which means more opportunity for an increased and continually thriving XRP ecosystem, which is what I'm most excited about because that's what I'm personally most excited about, most personally into. So, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about Facebook launching their own coin potentially and jumping in here? Curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea.